Hello, hello, happy Friday everybody. Thank you so much for stopping by. It's Friday Sews. It's Friday Sews. Here we go. So Friday Sews is a little bit of sewing and a little bit of life mixed together, and I love that. And if you haven't looked, there's a whole bunch of people that do a Friday Sews video, and I love that. It's such a fun community, and it's fun to hear about what we love, sewing, and a little bit of life. I love knowing that. It's like I want to hear about your sewing, but I also like hearing about your life too, like married, kids, where do you live? There's a whole world out there. And so here's my little piece of it. I'm Stephanie. Thank you so much for stopping by and watching my channel. Oh, did I already say that? Truthfully, sometimes the video doesn't turn out and you make it again, and I'm making this one again. I should cut that out. Okay. So here we are. Let's talk some sewing. Can I do a little recap on Halloween? We just had Halloween, and I've been talking about Halloween costumes for several weeks, working on costumes for my grandkids. They're 7 and 9, and a boy and a girl, and I made them both something. So let me just show you the pattern I made for my granddaughter, and it is, oh, I don't have it with me, so I'm just going to put a little picture of it so you can see it. And it was kind of complicated because it didn't fit her. So I did a fitting last Friday Sews. Was the week before. Well, if you watch the last couple of Friday Sews, you'll see how I adjusted the pattern to fit her. It was too big and too low, so I added a whole bunch of lace right here, and it just turned out great. Just great. She looked wonderful. So she was a witch from Hocus Pocus, and if you have seen the movie, it's the Pretty Witch, the Sarah Jessica Parker witch. So if she didn't tell you that she was Sarah the witch from, isn't that funny? Sarah Jessica Parker? The witch's name was Sarah in the movie. You wouldn't know, but she did have a broom, super cute broom my daughter made, and it was cute because my granddaughter was so excited. It was from a walking stick that Grandpa gave her. My daughter turned it into a broom. Oh, so cute. We got a lot of compliments on that broom. And nice and warm, super cute. And my grandson, I just made him a hood, just a hood, not a cape, just a hood. It came to here, and a tunic. And then my daughter painted his tunic. He wanted a sword on it. It was a character on Zelda called Link. And he also wanted a shield and a sword his dad made, and his mom painted. It was awesome. Just awesome. And every time he was around any of his little buddies, they all had weapons. It was so cute. So we went to 4 events. It turned out that my daughter's husband, who's a nurse at the local hospital, had to work. And so he didn't really get to go to much. He got to go to the very last thing on Halloween, and so did my husband. But on Saturday, it was just us girls. And so I went with them, and we went to the local sheriff, had a trunk or treat. So they had all these fire trucks and cop cars and lights going, and kids just, it's a dream come true. They're having so much fun. Everybody's in uniform. That was really fun. That was really fun. So that was the first thing we went to. And then the second thing we went to was our church had a trunk or treat. And my daughter said, I didn't go last year. I don't know how I missed that because I usually try to go to everything. But she said there was like only 7 cars last year, and this year 4 times at least, 4 times that many. It was a lot, and it was super cool. People really decorated these trunks. I've never seen such a thing. Maybe they have that where you live, and oh my gosh, just hats off to these people who put so much effort in. The kids were just elated. And of course the candy, they got lots of candy. So then the next day, my husband was not working, so he got to go to the 2 events. And the first one was our main street in our town. All the shops, you know, in the little main street, all these little shops, they hand out candy to the kids. And so they just walk up and down the street. They shut the street off from cars, and they have a little parade, and it was so fun. It was so fun. A little costume contest, and it's near our photography studio. If you don't follow me, my husband's a photographer, and we have a photography studio, and he does weddings and business pictures and family portraits and the whole ball of wax. So we asked him to take pictures of the costumes we put all this effort into, and he did. So let me, if you don't mind, show you some of the pictures hubby took of the kids. Now, there's the one where she's flying on her little broom like a witch. He had borrowed my mini trampoline. You know, one of those pieces of exercise equipment that you never use. If you're like me, I'm gonna never use it. So he borrowed that, and she was just jumping and laughing, and it's just turned out amazing. So love those pictures. We'll have those forever. And my daughter dressed up as the character from Beetlejuice, I think. Maybe you recognize it. She borrowed that camera from her dad. She knew he had a collection of old cameras, so it was perfect, just like the picture. And so cute. So we went trick-or-treating after that, and it was really fun because finally their dad got to go and got to see them in their costumes running around. Trick-or-treat. And Sissy learned, trick-or-treat, smell my feet, give me something good to eat. She said it a lot. It was so cute. Oh, I love that. You know, it's just something that I said when I was a little kid. My kids said when they were little kids. And then so on and so forth. It goes on and on. And it was really fun. We went to a neighborhood. We don't live in a neighborhood, none of us. We all live out in the country. They do, we do. So traditionally we just go to town, and there's a neighborhood there's lots of neighborhoods that welcome everybody, and this is one that we go to, and it was fun. People just camped out in their driveway with the fire pit and having a good time. And you know, when we're going to stuff like that or walking down our main street, so our main street, let me just show you this, because we live in we have a historic gold rush town, Old West, you know, the Old West, and it looks it, you know, and so it's kind of a fun place to live. Let me show you a couple pictures. So sometimes when we're at stuff like this, my daughter and I, we always like to say we live in a Hallmark movie. Because, you know, you're watching that Hallmark movie and the town's doing this and the town's doing that, and you're thinking, well, that's not real. No town is like that. Our town is totally like that. Totally like that. We have all kinds of cool stuff. And, you know, if your town does too, then you need to look at each other and say, we live in a Hallmark movie. Because it is. So that was Halloween. We just had such a good time. And I just feel so blessed to get to be a part of it, you know, to be a part of their lives like that, and just loved the costumes. They turned out great. I'm so grateful that I was able to do that, and they were appreciated very much, very much. So that makes sewing for them even more special when they really like it. I have more sewing news. I made myself a new top, and I'm wearing it, and I want to show you a picture of it. So I thought we're going on a trip, and I'll talk about that in a minute. And I really wanted to bring this jacket. And this is a jacket I did not make. It's from Stitch Fix, and it's stretchy. It looks like it's not, but it is. It's just so comfy. But I don't have a lot of tops that go with it. And so I thought I would make this color. I love this color. And I made something else with this. I don't remember what, but this was kind of a scrap, and this top didn't take much, so I made this top. This is Butterick 63, no. Wow, sometimes I write the numbers if they don't show, so I can kind of go through them real quick. 6388 is the wrong number. Don't look at that. BP305. I'm confusing. I gotta cross that out. I made this pattern, this dress, without the sleeves, just the short sleeves, twice. And I wear both of those so much. I just love this dress. It's super comfy, it's cute, it's flattering. And I thought, well, that would make a good top. So I made the top without the sleeves as well. And it doesn't have the pockets because the pockets are down where the top wouldn't be. It's because it's a top. So it's just a top. And it was super easy and super fun, but I want to make a couple of comments about it. So on the back, it tells you what kind of fabrics. It says moderate, stretch, knits, sweatshirt fleece, French terry. Moderate. So what is moderate? You know, these two dresses I made, one of them was more stretchy, more give, and the other one was less. And this dress looked better with less stretch. So I kind of knew that. And this is very stretchy. Very stretchy, four-way, very stretchy. So I wondered if it would work. It has, I want to show you, it has a pick a knit ruler, stretch ruler, And basically it says you hold the fabric here and here and then move it. It only needs to go from here to here. So if I use my ruler, this is a stretch ruler from shop.stitchbuzz.com. Love this ruler. It tells you the percent of stretch. So if I look at this, the percent of stretch is somewhere 10 to 30%. So it's not super stretchy. This is probably like 70 or 80% one way, maybe even both ways. So I wondered if it would work. And because of that, I did have a little bit of an issue on the collar. And I want to tell you that it's supposed to cross over right here. You can kind of see that's a little crossover. So you're putting the collar on and you just cross it over like that. And then you sew it. I sewed this mostly with my serger. Except for the hems, the whole thing was on with my serger. And I just couldn't get that collar right. It's like it kept, as I was serging it through, it just separated out and then it wasn't crossed over. It wasn't crossed over. Like, So I did it twice and then I had to cut a whole new collar out. I had enough, just enough, because I kept making it smaller. And so I had to pin it. I don't use pins on my serger because I broke my first serger with a pin. Didn't even know. I didn't know that it was just the cutter that I broke. I didn't know anything. And so my son has it. We replaced the cutter, so it moved on. But I did get a new serger out of the deal, and I'm not complaining because I got a beautiful serger. I have a video on that if you want to see what I got. So I had to pin it because it just needed to stay and not slip. It's very slinky, slippery material where the other ones weren't. So that was my only thing that I had to deal with. Otherwise, this top went together like that. It was so easy, so quick and easy, and it's very flattering. And it goes great with this jacket. So I might make another one, you know. I go look through my fabrics and see what else would look good with this jacket, and then I'd have a collection of little tops to wear. So that was my goal. I guess that's all the sewing I want to talk about right now, and just kind of do a little bit of personal life, which is I didn't do a Trailer Tuesday this week, and I apologize, but I just really didn't feel like I had a lot to talk about, and I was going to, but it was raining like for a couple of days, and it was the time I would have done a video. And who wants to go out to the trailer when it's rainy? I have it all closed. You can't walk around in there because we have a slide. So once it's closed, you can't really move around in there, and I didn't really want to go out there. It was cold and wet and rainy. But now I'm getting ready for this trip. I feel like I have a lot to tell you about the trailer. And if I have time, I'll make a Trailer Tuesday to put out about our getting ready for our trip. And if I don't, I'm sorry, because we'll be gone on Tuesday. And I think there's a way to set a video to come out on, yeah, I think you can set a date. So, okay, maybe I'll get that done. So, we're going on a trip to the ocean, and I wanted to bring this jacket. So, what else? You know, I'm bringing some pants, and I'm bringing a couple of tunics and leggings. I mean, we're not going to be gone that long, just a couple days, few days. And I thought it'd be nice to have another pair of leggings. So I'm trying to come up with my own leggings pattern, and I want to try it a couple more times with pockets. You know, I see pockets on exercising pants, so why not on my leggings? And so, you know how much I love pockets. If you've watched me any length of time, I love pockets, pockets, pockets. So I want to try putting some on the back, you know, just 2 pockets, and then I want to try the leg pocket, just see what works, These pants have some pockets, but they're not really leggings. They're like pleated, just skinny pants, but they're not leggings. I haven't made those pants. I want leggings because I'm going to be wearing boots. So that, if I have time, that's something else I would make. Otherwise, I'm just going to be getting ready. And I'm just super excited. So we're going to the ocean. And right now it's cold and snowy in the mountains. So we'll go the other way towards the ocean. And we haven't been to the ocean this year. We were near the ocean when we went to see our family. Our only trip we've taken the camper, and we were near the water, but this is different because we're not just sleeping in the trailer and going to see our family. This is us going camping in our trailer. And the place that we're going, we've been before, is right on the cliffs, and it's super pretty, and it's also boondocking. So if you don't camp and you don't have a camper, boondocking is where you have no facilities. So if you go to, you know, a RV park, you'll have hookups, they call them, and you hook up your trailer to electricity and sewage and water, and you're just ready to go. and often has internet, and it's just wonderful, 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 but it's not rugged, usually not rugged at all. So on this trip, it's rugged and there's no hookups. And the park has some water in different places, but not at each spot. So our plan is to come empty and stop and fill up the tank before we park it. And then we're going to rely on the trailer for everything, the electricity, everything. So we haven't done that yet with this trailer. So we just don't know how good everything's going to work. We're supposed to have some kind of solar that trickle charges the battery. So we'll find out if that works. I think we might bring our little tiny generator just in case, just in case, because you really just use that to charge the battery up. Maybe run a few things that, hubby likes to use a blender, so he might use the blender. I don't know. So we're going to be trying that out. And also, our community is very open so far as, closed down places. Each county's different, and ours is very open, so you could go out to eat. And we love to go out to eat when we're traveling. So we don't know how open that area is. It's very isolated from everywhere else. So it could be closed down and, no restaurants open or whatever, which is fine. We'll just buy food at the grocery store and take it back to the trailer. But, it's kind of fun to go out to eat. So we'll see. Either way, I'll let you know, because I'm going to definitely do a trailer video of the trip. But I'm so looking forward to it. Hubby and I are both just ready to go somewhere. I'm still nervous to tow this trailer because it's so big. But he doesn't seem nervous. So we'll see. Wish us well. It's been rainy, cold, and that, my friends, is what I call sewing weather. My mom texted me that it was raining where she is in Texas, and I said, sewing weather, and she's like, yes. Do you do that? It's like the weather just like, that's perfect. I'm staying in. Sewing weather. I don't have a lot of other things to talk about. Our family's all getting together for Thanksgiving, and this is going to be interesting, and so I'll do a little teaser for a future video that's coming. Is my daughter, I gave her my pop-up tent trailer, and if you haven't seen, that's one of my early videos of a remodel on a pop-up tent trailer. It kind of got me in the whole camping remodel thing, and I gave it to her, and so she's had it for several years, and they camp in it and stuff. But the family's all going to stay at her house. They just always do, and that's fine. She's got a big house and she loves to host, and so now that we have newlyweds in the family, she's going to set up the pop-up tent trailer so some people can stay there and some people can stay in the guest room. And she was going to put the newlyweds in the pop-up, but then mom and dad of the newlyweds said no, they're going to stay in the pop-up and let the newlyweds have the bedroom. And so that's exciting. So I will definitely do a video of her setting up the spare bedroom pop-up tent trailer. She's not changed it much since I had it, so it'll be interesting. And I do have some news on the newlywed front. I'm going to be a great grandmother in June. So that's pretty darn cool. Our whole family is just over the moon, excited and happy. And that's just awesome. Oh, may it begin another round of children, because the ones we have aren't babies anymore, so we're ready. It's just a happy time in our family, and that's where we're at. I think you're all caught up. I think that's all the news I have, and I hope you're having a wonderful day and a wonderful weekend, and I will see you next time. Thank you so much for stopping by. I really appreciate it. It was good to see you. Take care, and I'll see you next time. Bye now.